Hoodrich Radio is DJ Screen right here. Moran, what's up? Special guest in the building. Got to give a round of applause for the boy Russ that finally has pulled up to Hoodrich Radio on us, man. What's up? What's up, Russ? Talk to us, man. What's up?
Can't
with
complain,
you?
man.
Happy as shit, bro. He on Hoodrich Radio, God.
You know when it's always a happy feeling, I guess, when you just complete your album and you know it's about to come out and everything. It just puts you in a certain space, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because while you're touring and like just living your life, you're like, yo, they don't even know what I got going on back here. Like, you're sitting on all these songs and this music and videos, whatever, where you're like, man, I can't wait to, you know what I mean? Like, you get antsy. So I'm glad that like the title's out, the date's out, the first single's out. Like, it's dope.
Cool.
Now, you historically have done a lot of your own production in the past, right?
Yes.
So Scott Storch is a part of...
Scott Storch produced the first single,
the first single.
Song.
How did that come about? Where did you find him first? And then
where did he find you?
Yeah,
where did he find you?
This was probably, like a year ago now? Like, about a year ago, we got an email from, like, his people, and, like, I'm thinking this is fake, because, like, what do you mean? Like, Scott Storch wants to link up? Like, it came out of nowhere. We're like, that's crazy. But, like, it proved to be real. It was literally just an email, though. Like, that's how he, I guess, people found the email. So we linked up with Scott Storch in L.A. probably last September. And we did 4 or 5 songs, like, off rip, like, and put them all out. It was, like, Wife You Up, a bunch of other ones. Yeah, and then we just, like, every time I go to LA, I just always pull up because it's just, that dude's a genius.
What did y'all, like, studio styles and recording processes immediately, like, mesh?
Yeah, just like the chemistry was like,
it was already there.
Yeah, just because, like, I'm super musical and he's obviously crazy musical, so it's like really seamless. Just how they move over there, it's really like it's about the music. It's about the studio. There's not 90 people in there. It's it's just Scott Storch, the engineer, and the other co-producer there. So it's like it's really seamless. But the flute song came about because you know how he be putting up those beats on Instagram of him like in the studio. Like, so the flute song, like I heard the beat. It was one of those ones he was playing on Instagram. I was like, yo, because the hook instantly hit me when I heard it. I was like, bro, I'm gonna need, like, you have to send me this. Like, I know, because he doesn't really send beats. Like, everything is in person. I was like, bro, send me this because I got the idea, like, right now. And I saw so many other rappers in that, like, comment section, like, yo, send me. So I was like, yo, I hope he didn't give this away already. So
that would have sucked.
Yeah.
What are some things he put you on from a production perspective? Because you make your own beats.
Man, yeah. I mean, just watching him is crazy. Watching him, like, I mean, you'll go in there, right, and just be like, yo, I want something like this at this tempo or whatever. Like, I remember for Wife You Up, I told him I wanted something like Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce. And, like, just to watch him be like, okay, I'm obviously not going to play that exact thing, but, like, the keys and just do similar type of, like, the vibe. I don't know, just, like, just seeing how it's all about the music, and it just reminded me, like, it really is just that simple. It's just about good music, and that's it. That's literally it. You feel me? That's it.
Important. That's important. Now, your independent grind was going on for some time, and you were successful in it, right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about...
It's still slightly going on when you think about it.
Really? You still got to do a lot on your own?
Well, yeah, that too, but also because I was able to maintain independence, like, with my deal. You feel me? So, like, the label has albums, but then I still have my whole independent catalog on TuneCore that no one touches. So that's still a, like, you know what I'm saying? It's really like, it's an interesting situation because it's like a foot in both worlds still. Yeah. So
what would you say? There's a lot of independent artists, right?
Yeah.
What would you say to them? Because I have encountered a lot of artists and they will say, I'm about to quit, or I quit, and I'll tell them the only way you can lose is to quit. Like, what would you say to those people that are kind of on the brink? Because you probably had those thoughts before yourself. Like,
yeah, well, I never was on some I'm about to quit. I never was. I just always thought I was a day away from blowing up. I always had this like unremovable stain of confidence and belief that's like, yo, it's about to happen tomorrow. Yeah. But I would tell them to get a TuneCore. Like, I feel like a lot of these artists don't, like, they don't know what TuneCore is. Like, they're putting out songs like on Spinrilla and like, it's like, yo, like, you can pay $10
and there's no return,
and you got a song up there for a year on all the DSPs. And it's like, bro, like, that's the best investment you're gonna make. Like, $10, and you can make $1 million off of $10.
So how did your business savvy come as an independent? Like, did somebody teach you, or did you just do your own research?
Me and my boy Bugas, who we started Diamond, the company, and that everything's kind of run through the independent side. We started that when we were 17, and we would just be in the basement, like, trying to figure out, like, how do we get our songs on iTunes? Because we used to drop songs like, this is 7 years ago, like you're dropping it on like Mediafire, and like there's not even, I don't even think Apple Music was out in 2011, so that wasn't even a thing. So we were just like, yo, how do we just get our songs on iTunes? And like we just Googled it, and like TuneCore popped up, and like that's all we did. So like my thing is like, it wasn't some crazy, if you really care about your passion, like you should be Googling and like doing research about it. It doesn't take more than 2 minutes to like figure out, oh, okay, this is how I can put my songs on Apple Music. What, it takes 2 minutes to do that. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I just think people don't really care that much about it.
Absolutely.
That's real. So back when you was doing them old masquerade shows, were y'all putting them together yourselves?
A lot of those we were, because it was, I think it was like $1,500 to rent out the bottom level of the masquerade, or $1,000. So we would like put money together and do our own show. And like,
how's that going with the money? You had like a job and all that?
Yeah, we had jobs, and then like, you know, we would get some people to help out and whatever. But you know, 4 people would come, 30 people would come, like, you know what I mean? But it was just like, it was just cool to do. I remember it was literally like, I remember one time, bro, we got like a limo, like like we're riding down to like the masquerade thinking we were lit, like we're like hitting the liquor store before, like, yo, it's about to be crazy, like, because we had our name on the marquee and everything, and like 4 people showed up, but we were turned still, like, and that's the thing I always tell people is like, if you're not like the same level of turn and like self-belief with 4 people coming to your show as 4,000, then like you're not gonna ever get to 4,000 people. So
that's right. I can say like literally that's how I found out about you. Like me and my partners was like in the city, just like at the Murder Kroger before they tore it down.
The Murder Kroger.
Hey, they doing something at the masquerade. Let's go over there. And that was like my introduction. Like, who the fuck is this?
No way.
Oh God.
Really? Was one of the, and there was how many people there?
I'd say maybe like 20.
Yeah, 20. Wow. 20.
Maybe. Wow. I mean, it definitely wasn't 4. But I'll just
well, we threw a couple. There was one time there was literally 4.
Yeah, wow. but I say that to say, like, you know, he's really been putting in work. Like,
that's what we hear.
Nah, like when he said certain things about, you know, putting in work and this, that, and the third, I could say I saw it.
That's crazy. So y'all just went on some like, let's just go see what's going on.
We was just chilling. Like, life is
trying not to get murdered at Kroger.
Pretty much.
Trying to get out of the parking lot.
We was just chilling. It was like, hey, let's just go across the street. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah.
Hey, it was something to do.
That's sick. Yeah, I mean, like we were doing that for a while. We done a bunch of shows at the Masquerade. So that's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people get so discouraged and just, you know, they put something on, they get too attached to the results. Like, yo, if I put this out and it doesn't blow up, if I don't get 10,000 streams, like clearly I suck and I'm off this then. Like, or if I go to do a show and no one pulls up, like, all right, I'm like, I suck then. I'm not doing this anymore. It's like, nah, like what? Like we were always turned. We thought we were like that's what I always be telling people. I'm like, y'all think I'm cocky now? I was worse when I was broke. You feel me? Like I was worse back then.
Why you think that was?
Because I was having to, because it wasn't there yet. I had nothing else but the self-belief. I had no like examples of it working. So the only example of it working was in my head. So that was what I was expressing, was it working in my head. So I'm like, I'm the greatest producer. Like you go see my tweets from 2011. If you want to, you think I'm cocky now, go look at my tweets from 2011. All caps, $signs, SS's, talking about I'm the greatest producer in the, like nuts. But it's like, you gotta like go back to that perspective in that time. That's me with 100 followers at 18, 19, whatever, knowing no one, no fans, like, and I'm just like I'm hyping myself up.
Because
like, and it's just, you know, law of attraction, speaking things into existence, and you know what I mean? Like, I had to believe it. You know what I'm saying?
So as you move into being an executive one day, or maybe putting other artists on, how are you gonna balance, I guess, you know, scoping for talent and scouting for talent and balancing, I guess, their hustle and the talent?
I'm the best A&R in the world.
You're the best A&R in the world. He put that in it. Let's give Russ the best
I'm telling you. I wish I
could rap for you right now. I could get a deal.
Nah, I feel like I have a great ear for talent, but as far as like balancing, you're gonna say balancing my career
well, no, just when you look at an artist, some executives will say, look, I'd rather go with the person with a whole bunch of hustle and a moderate amount of talent than to just go with a bunch of lazy ass talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that.
Where was you
hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So I agree with that 100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your perspective on the thin line between confidence and cockiness?
I don't like that line. It always seems to get like decided by people who don't have confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never met one super confident person who's had a problem with someone else being confident. Like I have no problem with Floyd Mayweather. I have no problem with Kanye West. I love that. I'm super like, all that resonates with me now. Like if you don't have confidence yourself and you're kind of like, a shell of yourself. Seeing someone else's confidence is a mirror, and it's a reflection of what you don't have a lot of the times.
Right.
So a lot of times it's offensive, and then you start saying you need to be humble and you're too cocky. It's like, maybe you just need to be more confident. I wouldn't be my comments wouldn't be so offensive.
That's another way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. So you posted like a long post regarding your new album that's about to come out about I guess certain things that you're going with internally. Are you depressed, low key? Like
no. No, I'm not depressed low key, but I will say depressed low key.
I mean, I'm just saying because it's like, I read it.
But like, and I want to save a lot of it because I talk a lot about it on the album, so I'd rather say it there. But
of course,
it's like this a new life, and there's no rubric for it, and no one kind of tells you how to navigate through it, and especially like my career, there's been a lot of negativity surrounding it from like outside. Like it gets nuts at times, you feel me? And it's really just like the lies, people like shots at your character and integrity when that's not really what you were doing or whatever. Like of course it gets to you. So but yeah, like I talk about a lot of it on the album, what's happening. Then there's like family issues and everything. So
did that inspire the title Zoo?
Yeah, for sure.
Just like everything's as crazy as a zoo.
Yeah, like if you look at the album cover, it's like two wolves in the middle, and like people know the first album there's really a wolf.
Right.
So that's really showing like internal struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting, and then everything else is like, it's also just chaos around me. Like I said, from whether it's, family issues going on right now, worse than ever, which is like bizarre to me because I'm like, you thinking like money supposed to like fix all this. Like, how is it worse after? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. There's and then obviously just like industry nonsense, all like weird politics and stuff, and then dealing with a bunch of negativity and stuff. So it's a zoo. It's chaos, and you're having to deal with that in front of the entire world. So.
And this album was your therapy dealing with all
that. This album was me expressing all that and just me being like, because as much as I do say, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter or on camera or wherever, like I keep my mouth closed about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not out here saying everything that I really am feeling. You feel me? Like, because I like to save a lot of it for the music. So the album is really kind of me saying a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So on September 7th, when the album drops, you'll be preparing for the I See You tour.
Yes. Part two.
Part two.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
I mean, this is literally like, this tour is what like our minds were thinking of when we were doing those Masquerade shows. Like, it's arenas, you feel me? Like I'm playing Staples Center. Like that's nuts to me.
That's
like
big.
I feel like it was yesterday I was doing the Masquerade, or yesterday I was doing the Echo on Sunset, which is 350 kids. Like that was 2 years ago, 2016. And I remember being like, this is lit. Like 350 kids.
Yeah.
You feel me? So this is really when you're in the basement, you're 17 and you're like thinking of doing shows, and like this is what you see. You see what this is about to. This tour is really what that is about. To look
so
like.
You're saying, just to reiterate this, to give some other people some game and some power. You envision a lot of
all this. Yeah, when those people, I never related to the response when people would ask like an artist, "Yo, did you ever see this happening?" They'd be like, nah, whatever. And I don't know if that's the media training telling them to be modest and humble.
Right.
Like that's probably what that is, but that doesn't even make any sense to me. I don't even know how you could you just stumble on
you just so happen to become a millionaire.
Yeah, like it's
just fill out the sky.
It's like, of course you envision this. Of course I saw this all coming. That's like asking Steph Curry, did you ever see yourself scoring 30 a game? It's like, yeah, that's why I was practicing. I was like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever see yourself doing arenas? Yeah, that's why I was like, doing my shows in my life. What do you think I was doing all this for?
What would you say to the people though that envision it and maybe feel like, again, going back to the upcoming artists, it's not happening fast enough, and I just know I'm dope and this and that, and it's not happening as fast as they. Patience
is the hardest thing to conquer. And I have a line on a song from 2 years ago on Manifest where I say, patience tastes bitter, but the aftertaste is so sweet. Because that was like one of the hardest lessons to learn is patience. And patience isn't just waiting. Patience is like your attitude while you're waiting.
Right.
That's really like that's the real challenge. It's not it taking 10 years for it to pop off. It's how do you handle it taking 10 years? Are you going to be negative throughout the entire 10 years? Because then it's really never going to pop off.
True.
It's being positive while it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm is real patience.
That's real.
Russ. That's
real.
From Russ.
So going back to like your relationship with Atlanta, like what's your connection to the South Side?
My homie McIvan from high school, right? He always lived there. And the funny thing with the high school I went to Roswell High School, so on the north side. And they used to have this program where we had kids from all over. We had kids from the South Side. We had kids from everywhere. It was a really diverse group, but he was always the homie, and he was in the South Side. And then we used to go down there, and that was that. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah.
Dope. Cause that's actually where I'm from, so I was just curious.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. And then Calvin, and you know what I mean? You just
shouts to Calvin in the building.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Are there any Atlanta artists that you're working with right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah. What am I talking about? I'm tripping. I knew there was Derez Deshawn, super fire.
Yeah.
Jid, me and Jid did some stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, Derez is nuts.
Yeah.
Also, you know who song I'm crazy about right now is that Do Better song.
Oh, Lil Donald.
Yeah. Super hard.
Yeah.
Super hard.
A lot of good melody.
Derez is crazy though, but Derez as a songwriter is like
out of here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like from a left to I always like say from a left to right standpoint, because like if you listen left to right and just how a song flows,
right?
Nuts songwriter.
Yeah.
Nuts songwriter.
Big shouts out to Derez, man. The new album Zoo is out there September 7th. Any final words you want to say to the fans before we get into this Flu record? There's
just more plaques on the way. You feel
more
me?
Plaques on the way.
Shout out to the fans.
And definitely check them out on tour. The ICU Tour Part 2.
Yep.
It's coming up in September 7th, the new album Zoo. Introduce that record to the world right here, man. Flute right here on Hoodrich Radio.
This is the new single off Zoo. This is the Flute song produced by the legend Scott Storch. Let's get it.
All right, so Hoodrich Radio 96.7 The Beat. Keep us live.